vibe that this is meant to be a horror comedy. I like the concept, and it's certainly entertaining seeing a poor, innocent girl trying her best to ignore terrifying ghosts and monsters, but then on top of that, the entire thing seems hornier than a Genshin player looking up Ganyu fan art, which I guess shouldn't be surprised. Wants me to feel. I get
You nasty.
Sakugan said nasty cats, your man Makana and Cam director here with another Gigguk reaction. Fall anime 2021 in a nutshell. The summer was hot. Lots of hands being dealt, held, and sweated on. The fall I expect to cool down a little bit temperature-wise, but heat up anime-wise. You know, towards the end of the year, typically if a studio hasn't used a lot of its budget, now's a really good time to like throw the budget at the whole goddamn wall. I'm excited to see what is to come. I honestly don't remember what came at the end of 2021. What were we watching at the time? To be honest with you, I've watched so much anime in the last 5 years, I couldn't tell you what we were watching at the time, but I'm excited to go down memory lane once again with Gigguk as our Sherpa, our guide, taking us to the mountains, to the tip top of the summit of enjoyment. I probably could have made a peak joke there, but I feel like I missed my opportunity. Damn. Peak anime, tough. Anyways, we're gonna jump right into this. If you made this far and you haven't already, sub, like, all that stuff. Go to Gigguk's, comment down below on Gigguk's, like, yo, DN's watching your whole series, check them out. Come back here, comment down below what was the best anime of fall 2021 that you think you watched. Reaction starts now.
It's the fall season, which means 2021 is almost over and this is the last season of anime for the year. Now this year we've had some of the best seasons of anime in history. And summer, and we've made it just in time for Halloween too, so let's see if there's anything suitable for that for once. We've got Mushoku Tensei, nope. More 86, nope. Komi-san, yeah, that's a definite nope. Wait, Mieruko-chan. All of a sudden, a girl is able to see monsters around her. Instead of running away, she tries to ignore them? Okay, this seems pretty creepy. Let's see how scary this is.
Oh god. Nah, shut up. Tyler won. Tyler won, bro. Oh my god. It's a creepy season, I guess. Oh, that's creepy. Wood.
Yeah, I tap that. Blue Period. This is based on a highly acclaimed manga, and I can kind of see why. The first episode sets up a story that you can tell is going to cut deep and hit hard, whether you're into fine art or not. I think my favorite scene in this first episode is when we see the main character realize his love for art. He fumbles around with the colors, trying to paint his exact vision of Shibuya in the morning. He's desperate to get his image out on paper, but he gets frustrated that he lacks the skills to do so. You can see a fiery passion awaken inside of him. He's never cared about anything else before, but this is what he wants to do. He's truly discovered something new that he loves in life. And then the guy next to him just goes,
Also me in editing.
I'm this guy. I actually read the first volume of the manga ages ago, and I stopped because I was like, yeah, this is gonna get an anime adaptation. I'm gonna wait for that. And all I can say is that if this is a faithful adaptation, this is gonna be one of the shows to look out for. Because from what I've heard and from what I've read of the manga, it is pure art. I
haven't heard shit about this, bro.
Sorry to bother you. I'm just working on the storyboards right now, and it's just something very basic to do with the main girl. We've got this scene coming up, and I just wanted to know how you wanted it to be framed.
In the library.
Pointed out her ass. As much as I'm enjoying this, I'm getting very confused as to how the show wants me to feel. Pointed out her ass. As much as I'm enjoying,
you know, I probably should have waited, but I'm not going to, only because, wow, that's an ass. The animation, the detail, to know where the panty line and the booty line is. Sometimes I wonder, I sit and I think about it, and I'm like, if they didn't animate it, if I wasn't supposed to look at this, they wouldn't animate it this well, right? Nah? I feel like I'm spitting.
this, I'm getting very confused as to how the show wants me to feel. I get the vibe that this is meant to be a horror comedy. I like the concept, and it's certainly entertaining seeing a poor, innocent girl trying her best to ignore terrifying ghosts and monsters, but then on top of that, the entire thing seems hornier than a Genshin player looking up Ganyu fan art, which I guess shouldn't be surprising coming from the studio that gave us Men of Culture, the animation. But what really throws me off is that the ghosts are genuinely unnerving. Like, the scary bits are actually scary. It has better horror than most horror anime. But then it cuts off to some caught in 4K Unreal 5 high definition render of some girl's camel toe. Honestly though, I'm going to keep watching because I do think it's an original take, and I think it's definitely enjoyable seeing her try to deal with all these different apparitions coming at her.
Oh my god.
Bang, 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 bang. The Cold War era space race and think to yourself,
no, that looks lit.
Anyone else feel this is missing?
No, I'm not gonna lie. That anime actually looks lit. That's one of those ones. I don't watch anime on my own time often, but that's one of those ones I might watch on my own time. Actually, it's scary. I need to find a shoddy or a homie or some Discord people to watch it with. Preferably a shoddy, because like, I don't want to watch it with my friends. I already do that.
Vampires? We got definitely not the Soviet Union competing with off-brand America to do good for their glorious nation by sending the first vampire into space. And I mean, this is certainly a unique concept, but I've said this before, but I'm just not a fan of vampires.
That's so extra.
Like I was saying, I'm a big fan of any stories with vampires. Is this a cute tsundere with a top-tier pout face and a smug face to boot? Yo, stop. Guys, stop trying to claim her as your new waifu, okay? Stop. She's our waifu. I like
our waifu,
yes,
comrade.
Okay, it's because of the tsundere, alright? You got me. But like, how can I not? I mean, you know what tsunderes be like.
You won't? Oh my god, my ears. Actual recital?
You know, when I hear about some new IP anime getting made that's meant to promote some upcoming mobile game, I was like, oh, wake me up when the real shit's coming out. But then you see a scene like this.
Really? A sword that's a gun? I'm sold.
And then you're just like, oh, okay, this is some main monitor shit. You know, I forgot how hard Madhouse could go, with some help from Mappa, of course, but gorgeous animation aside, I just love the fucking designs and aesthetics of this show. With a Quiet Place-esque world, filled with monsters attracted to music, superhumans fight back with abilities that use the power of classical music, set in the backdrop of America. It's such a mishmash of bizarre ideas that just works. This is one of those shows that drags you in with the rule of cool, and I'm just a sucker for anything that uses music as one of the core aspects of the show. So I'm definitely excited to see where this one goes. Oh, hell yeah. Mecha fans be eating good this year. I mean, just look at this. Sunrise are finally going back to their roots. See, call me old-fashioned, but I like my mechs like I like my women.
That's thugging. What do you mean by that? Non-existent?
2D.
What?
God, it feels so long since we've seen just traditional 2D mechs from a new original mech IP coming from Sunrise. Even if here they've essentially just made Code Geass 00. Alright, I'm just being facetious. I mean, yes, you do have a Japan that's been conquered where its citizens are all treated as subhuman, and it's all up to a single and probable young boy to save the nation. But remember, Code Geass started off with them joining a resistance terrorist organization, but this is nothing like that. Look, they even say so.
That's what the terrorists would say.
Okay, well, I know this looks bad, but we're not fighting or anything. Alright, well, that was just self-defense. We're not going out there blowing shit up.
And it continues.
I'll just play the fucking Code Geass theme. You know when you get this feeling about a show that even if the general consensus is that it's not the standout show of the season, it might just be your standout show of the season? Well, that's Sakugan for me. Sakugan is a massively underwatched show about a father-daughter ragtag duo on a grand adventure in the depths of a labyrinth world filled with kaiju, piloting a mecha to help a human civilization that's trapped underground. If this sounds kind of like Made in Lagan with a side of decadence, you'd be absolutely right. But what really drew me in and what makes it stand out to me is the main duo. Sometimes you just see characters that instantly click. Their chemistry was an instant sell for me, and after a single episode, I was already dangerously invested in their relationship. Fuck this season's best girl, we found best daughter. It was fun, it was charming, it was emotional, amplified by the bombastic OST because my god does the music kick fucking ass. There are a few things that are rough around the edges, the CG looks jank, and the hype scenes aren't on the same masterclass level you'd find on something like a Trigger show. I can see
this drone pierced the heavens!
I feel such a strong heart behind it. Out of everything I've watched, this one is the one that put the biggest smile on my face. And
no, it literally looks like Made in Abyss, I'm not gonna lie.
It can hit. This is gonna be one of my favorites of this season. I don't know, guys. I've just got a really good feeling about
That's why he likes it.
Next one, we have It's Isekai time. Mushoku Tensei continues to have one of the most impressive productions for Isekai anime TV series I've seen. Though if you're looking for something in the same vein, The Faraway Paladin is a new show that seems to have the same thoughtful approach to the world building and characters without the horny. In a show I can best describe as if Dark Souls characters had a slice of life spin-off. Restaurant in Another World got another season? That's my notes. We've got some guy who opens up a drugstore in another world, in the most unique concept we've ever seen in an isekai since last season's drugstore.
Okay, no, yo, he made me feel crazy for a second. I'm like, wait, did Gigguk fuck up and put the same show in 2 back-to-back videos? There's no way he'll do that. He needs to fire his producer or whoever does his research. Nope, that's Isekai shit. That's typical Isekai trash. You made the same show 9 fucking times. I'm sorry. My fellow Isekai trash man, I forgot my place. When you become an Isekai trash man, you do not mention other trash. You focus on your own. That aside,
starring a main character who is, and I quote, an ugly, revolting, dirty, smelly fat ass.
Why are you talking to me like this?
I shit you not. Feel Children's Playground. Did EDP 455 make a fucking isekai from the creators of Death Note? Platinum End, featuring incel Light Yagami taking part in some divine death game where the winner gets to become God. Whatever that means. This looks like some edgy fun. Seems like it's gonna have the same kind of over-the-top, deep-thinking mind games we've seen in Death Note, except this time there's a cute kawaii angel who seems a bit too trigger-happy with the idea of murdering people. We don't know who the rest of the God candidates are yet, but I mean, they've already given us a glimpse of everyone we need to look out for, so you know what? I'm gonna get ahead of the curve. Let's put our detective hats on and see what we got to worry about. Alright, we've got a spiky-haired guy, a teenager, an adult, a child, a schoolgirl, a man. I have 3 words for you. John Wick Isekai. If you're getting bored of the usual,
wait, is this world's finest assassin?
The protagonist gets isekai'd and suddenly becomes a Sigma male. Then let me introduce you to this. We've got the
it is!
Yo! Who dies and gets hired by an isekai goddess to reincarnate so he can assassinate the hero of the fantasy world. This is honest to God a really interesting take on the genre, and it's just so refreshing to see a main character who was actually a badass before he got isekai.
Legitimately badass.
I've seen isekai where the guy's life before is just as interesting as his life after he got reincarnated. And you know, for such a refreshing take on the usual isekai protagonist, I wonder what kind of genius came up with this.
Ooh. Oh, hilarious.
A severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
Oh, yeah, baby.
No, honestly, dead ass. As an isekai trash man, I am here to tell you, and you can take my word for it because I admit I'm a trash man. Go watch World's Finest Assassin. It has everything. Okay. It has everything a good isekai should have, plus some elements of redo. Not as bad as redo, but still just as sexy and hot. It is worth the watch. I promise you. It's actually so good that when I do rewatches on stuff for my Patreon, when I do that, I consider doing World's Finest Assassin. Now, I haven't done it yet because, you know, life and stuff has got me down, right? However, if you get a chance to watch World's Finest Assassin, as a fellow isekai trash man, if you're not into isekai trash, that one is worth watching. Not even kidding. Definitely worth watching. I mean it. No shit. Scout's honor. And I was a scout for like 8 months, you know?
Baby, say goodbye to Sussy Baka and say hello
Sussy Baka
to Cheeky Senpai.
He's all neck.
Oh god, his dick would split her in half. And then there's Ranking of Kings. Now, I'm gonna be absolutely honest. I completely looked over this one because, well, It looks like a kid's show, okay? But Gigguk, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, you know?
Wait.
I know.
Nah, hear me out. Coming from a nigga who likes Made in Abyss, you didn't watch it, Gigguk, because it looks like a kid's show? Honestly, I'm a little disappointed in you, man. I'm just the tiniest bit. It's okay. My mom is totally disappointed in me. So, like, it's not even close or really the same. But I'm looking at you funny. That's interesting. I'm not actually looking at you funny, but you know what I mean. Actually, you know what? Let me stop talking. I don't want the Made in Abyss niggas on my dick no more. Please hop off and wipe me off.
I know, but shut up, okay? I'm not the biggest fan of the art style. The world is very good.
I love that art
which is
style.
something that doesn't appeal much to me.
The
So
world
in
is.
an anime season where I barely have time to watch all the good shows, this shit matters. And I say this because in spite of all this, in
The
spite
GOAT.
of all my preconceptions, this to me was one of the most impressive anime this season.
It
A
was.
world where kings are ranked and their strengths inspire a nation. You have a weak, deaf and mute prince who aspires to be the world's greatest king in spite of all those in his kingdom doubting him. It's a simple tale that is propped up by great writing and some of the best storytelling you can find this season.
fantastic.
I came in watching it to tick off a box and I went out almost crying because of the backstory of this black fucking blob with eyes. I don't know what the fuck this is. I would say that a lot of this is because Studio West is just on fire right now, but I mean, like, when the fuck aren't they? I'm not sure if these fuckers are capable of missing because they've somehow given us yet another banger.
Honestly. Before it starts, go watch Ranking of Kings. Go watch Ranking of Kings. Go watch Ranking of Kings. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You know what I said about World's Finest Assassin? Still worth the watch, but fuck that shit. Go watch Ranking of Kings over World's Finest Assassin. Watch both, but Ranking of Kings first. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, Komi's fire too. Komi's mama?
Word around the offices, you've got a fat cock.
As the very flavor of the month, Komi-san was one of the most anticipated adaptations this season, and if you don't keep up with the manga scene, you may be thinking, alright, what's so special about this waifu that's got everyone up in arms? Well, you see, Komi is afraid of social interaction.
I do that.
I put Komi in a category I like to call Discord profile picture manga. You know, the type of manga I swear to God is made to appeal to the type of people who still laugh at the number 69. So So I gotta be completely honest. I came into this thinking, I'm better than this. As the self-proclaimed tsundere-loving shitlord I wasn't gonna be charmed by this girl. I mean, what's she gonna do? Quietly exhale on me? You think I'm gonna fall for the waifu version of heavy-breathing cat?
Yes.
We've had a fair share of socially awkward hashtag related.
Hey, I'm gonna show you how down bad Komi got me, boy. Where my shit at? Where my shit at? Where's my stuff? Where is my super suit? Yeah, that's how good it is. It made my top 10 list last year. It's fire. Fuego. Go watch Komi, bitch.
Relatable introverts, am I right? Kind of shows, but this is the first time I've seen someone with crippling social anxiety. Not only that, but this is the best animation I've seen for a slice of life show outside of Kyoto Animation.
No, it's actually
I mean,
fire
some
too.
of these shots look straight up film quality. This is looking like it's going to be one of the most wholesome, feel-good shows of the year.
It
because,
is.
for real, knowing a lot of people with social anxiety, I'm really glad something like this exists. There are so many people out there who want to open up, but don't have the courage or know how to do so.
Facts.
And even in this first episode, seeing just a glimpse of someone taking that first step of trying to open up just melted my heart immediately and made me hope that someday I could help someone too take that first step.
Nah, it's wonderful, bro. I can't with this nigga Gigguk. He knows just when to ruin the fucking moment. He literally knows just when to ruin the moment. That was Fall Anime 2021. Honestly, I feel like this was a very well-balanced season. I did see a lot of anime that I probably would never check out, never came across my radar, never heard about it. Especially that the Blue Period one. The Blue Period one and the Maid and Login ones. Like, I've never heard anybody even whisper about those ones. However, on the back end of the season, a lot of low-key looking bangers in there and a lot of actual bangers. Specifically, Komi, banger. World's Finest Assassin, banger. What was the other one? Damn it, I already forgot what it was. Ranking of Kings. Yeah, Ranking of Kings, Komi, and World's Finest Assassin just holding the season together, bro. Like a nice brawl, like some Skims trying to be killing them, right? Oh man, now this was a good ass season of anime, and it honestly was a great end to the year. I did not know, me personally, I did not know that Komi was like a big deal in the manga community. And then when the anime came out, it was just like, I was like, oh, what are we watching? Yo, to be honest with you, what Komi Can't Communicate does extremely, extremely well is actually they take a little page out of Love is War, Kaguya-sama's book. And what they do is a lot of times they don't overextend the joke. They don't try to extend episodes into what it doesn't have to be. They really do a good job of giving you a lot of quick hits, but everything builds up on itself. It's very good, very well done, very well drawn, and there's something for everyone. There's literally something or someone for everyone. Every single character in the show is hyper dynamic, because when you have an MC who can't communicate, right? And yes, I call her the MC. Some people would say Tadano's the MC, but like they're co-MCs, right? When one of them don't communicate and it's all non-verbal and like progressive stuff, you gotta really do a lot to like boon them up in the surroundings, right? And they do a fantastic job of just giving you dope characters with their own lives, ideologies, feelings that come in and take part and play a part and push Komi one way or another and push the dynamics one way or another and really drive the story. Fantastic stuff. Ranking of Kings was literally one of those shows where I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm not gonna lie. I know I was trolling Gigguk in the beginning, like, oh, you didn't want to watch it because it looks like a kid show. I thought the same thing, but the streets was talking about it. And I heard Ranking of Kings. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like it could be promising. Not like that other Kings one with Adam and Eve and they was fighting Zeus, like that trash show, whatever. Ranking of Kings has like kind of a medium to slow start, right? But then I'm telling you, when it hits, it takes the hell off, bro. It takes off. It's such a good story. The story is so wonderful. It's one of those shows, it didn't have to rely on smoke. It doesn't have to rely on, there's smoke, there's beef, there's world building. Oh man, there's social economic issues, there's people beefing, but the storytelling is so dynamic. Oh my god. Again, same thing with the Komi Can't Communicate. When you have an MC who can only, you know, function to a certain, I don't like saying that. When you have an MC who can only, when you have an MC who has trouble showing like their I can't even say that because he shows his emotions. Boji does what he's supposed to. I don't know, man. Just go watch Ranking of Kings. Go watch Komi Can't Communicate. Go watch World's Finest Assassin. I promise you, if you don't like one of those three, comment down below that you watch all three, every season, everything that's out. Comment down below that you didn't like at least one of them. I will cash app you $5. That's how much I stand on it, bro. If you don't like one of those three shows, I'll just give you $5 for your time, bro. Swear on everything. But I promise you, you're not gonna come back here because I know they're bangers. I know they bang. Just like Gigguk. Anyways, we're gonna end this one here. If you made this fun, you already sub, like, all that cool stuff. Comment down below. What did you watch in fall 2021? What was your favorite? Did you already see Ranking of Kings, Komi Can't Communicate, and World's Finest Assassin? If you did, which one of those three was actually your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm your man behind the cam. As always, you'll never ever forget it. Stay nasty, y'all. You wanna go around? Oh, I'm really fucking shaking, bro.